Hello YouTube, how's everyone going? So what we are doing today, we are just looking at the KvK updates of the two KvKs we are in right now. And then if we have time, we're going to do some Golden Kingdom and we're going to do some more than gems as well. And then maybe have a chat about all the questions and comments that you guys have about the channel, about Rise of Kingdoms, about new commanders, new techniques on refinement, the update that came out lately. Hey Jack, hey man, how are you going? So do you guys know what we are looking at the moment? Ramadan Mubarak to you as well, Jack. So guys, what we are looking at the moment is Kingsland, and that's the ziggurat. And as part of my 1365 account, we did win it. So the KvK has officially ended, and we just did a video yesterday about the rewards and everything that we got out of it, and I thought we talk about it a little bit over here as well. So let's have a look at what we managed to achieve. So Crusader Achievements. So camp rewards, we kind of got everything. And then we're looking at the coalition rewards. Now this is where I had a bit of a fail. So killed and severely wounded, so faith wasn't my strength here. So this is the account, guys, where we did the $5 spend on crystal supply, and that didn't do us much good in terms of getting good crystal tech. And then again, it was an Imperium KvK, everyone with high power and everything, so I kind of just filled rallies and garrisons. So anyone wondering, without doing any field fights, just filling rallies and garrison, how many kills you can get? Well, I got 6.6, but you guys can probably get more. I would say about 10. Now this is my old account, I spend a little time here, that's why it's not that much. But then if you got 10, you get a bit more rewards, obviously. And perfect if you get 20, because see how I'm missing out on some points? Alfred, it's so important to get into an alliance in early game. You get like 30 hours of speed ups a day. Yes, definitely. I mean, it's the most important thing, I would say. I mean, it's not easy to get in the best alliance. Now one of the things I can recommend on that is, if you're doing a jumper group when you're starting a new account, you can look for jumper groups on the RoK official chat, you know, the in-game thing. I'll show you quickly. So if you go in-game, then you can go into, where was it, RoK board? Yep, that, I think that's the one. So if you go into RoK board and then the middle one, then you know how that chat thing comes up. So Deriv, hey man, how are you going? So is that the RoK community forum thing? Yes, that's the one. So if you go in there, you can have a chat under recruitment and off-topic questions, like whichever tab you go to, you can have a chat here. Usually there's a lot of jumper groups, and you can join one of those jumper groups. Now if you're in a brand new, how do I get out of this now? So if you're a brand new account, did I close my game? Oh my god, this is a nightmare. Shouldn't have clicked on it. Nope, don't know how to fix it. Close that. And Rise of Kingdoms. Very bad idea going into it. Okay, I go back to home and I click on Rise of Kingdoms again. Oh, it came back up. Okay, so yeah, so you can join a jumper group, and that way you can secure yourself a spot in one of the better alliances in the new kingdom. But then if you are not part of a jumper group, then it can get a little hard. Now if you power up quickly, then it's easier to get into a bigger alliance. But then it's like one of those things where unless you get into a bigger alliance, how do you power up, right? You can be very active. If you're very active, then it's easy to get into Power Alliance. Be active on Kingdom Chat as well. That way you get to know people. Deriv, hey man. Thanks for being here. Now, we were talking about achievements. So yes guys, so this is one of those accounts where we only spent $5 on Crystal Tech, and that only gave us 6.6. That's not a good stat. Free to play can get about 10 million, and I mean maybe close to 10 million, a little bit over, a little bit less based on how active you are. And then if you are spending the $5 on Crystal Tech, you should probably get to 15, maybe close to 20, depending on how actively you play. But then other than that, we did get all the other rewards that we are supposed to get. So anything that came with the kill number side of things, we kind of didn't get. Now this is where we are staying in the Lost Kingdom for now. I'm kind of saying goodbye to this account. I mean, this is not a permanent goodbye. This is more of a bye for now. You're not going to see this account until the next KvK comes in, because you're going to see the main account a little bit more, which is in KvK. So goodbye Kingsland, hope to see you again. And I'm going to switch to my other... Oh, since we are here, we were meant to talk about Golden Kingdom a little bit as well. So this is how Golden Kingdom kind of looks like here. So I'll show you my troops first, remaining troops after KvK. So this is how my remaining troops looks like, and that's including 2000 siege. So I don't think I can do proper marches, but I can still try. Let's just see. Oh, one other thing I forgot to show you guys. Manta. Everyone hates going into that. It always happens to me when I go into the notice board. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. The notice board thing, I never go in. I only went in to show you guys this. KDOP Gaming. Hello, Ladus. Hey, man. How are you going? Danny Boy. Hey, bro. How are you? RoKStaR Gaming. Hey, buddy. Mantra. Who won the KvK again? Who won the KvK again? This is... Let's have a look. Let me take a selfie with the ziggurat. That will probably tell you who won the KvK. So it was 1365 versus 1254 versus 1556 versus 1875. So all Imperium, free for all. And here we are, 1365, holding the ziggurat. And KvK has ended. Now, speaking of ending KvK, one other thing, this is, you know how when I showed the kill stat that was rather embarrassing? So let me show you something that's not embarrassing, or a little less embarrassing, which is my dead troop numbers. So anyone watching from 1365, I just wanted to assure you, as much as I didn't get much kills, I did let a lot of troops die. So I was filling rallies and garrisons, and that's quite a decent number. And yes, there's much more normal troops compared to siege, and the siege, the 120, I killed on the last day after all fighting finished, and I killed that because we were meant to lower power. Because you know how every Imperium KD after KvK ends, you need to lower power as much as you can so that you can get new recruits. Now I am at 63 million power, so I'm nowhere near impacting, I guess, the Imperium power thing. I think top 600 contributes towards that. I'm pretty sure I'm outside. So they're going by 70 million power. So even with the troops back, I don't think I get to 70. RoKStaR Gaming. We're on the same jumper project. Oh, hey man. Good to know. So that's the KvK side of things. Now, we were going to talk about... I get distracted easy. So I will go back to what we were gonna talk about. Satish Kumar, hey man, how are you going? So More Than Gems. Where is More Than Gems? So More Than Gems came around. Now we will talk about More Than Gems in all of our accounts. So this account in question, this is the low spender account where I buy only the $5 crystal supply thing. So I don't have any gems to spend. Now if you look at it, most people will probably tell you that you want to spend up to the 7,000 limit. If you spend up to the 7,000 limit, then you get the 5 gold heads and you do 7k over 2 days, and that's how you get 10 gold heads. And obviously if you're a big spender, you can go for the 25 each day. Now let's talk about my gems. I got 84,000. That's not nothing, but then I need to save those gems, and I'll show you why I need to save those gems. Because of this guy. Now this guy is OP. I can already use Nevsky at 5511, but then I want to obviously level up, and the third skill is probably more important than the fourth, I would say. Yes, I would say the third is more important than the fourth. So I have the skill lock for the third, so I'm going to try to level up the third skill. So, and because I'm not spending a lot, I'm not getting a lot of gems in this account, so that 84,000, as much as I can go in and get the 10 heads. I probably should save for the wheel. Now the other recommendation that I think most people would give is you need to buy VIPs to get there. But then if you're in a big kind of KD, in a big kind of alliance, then you give level 32. This is not the highest, but this is pretty decent, so you're gonna get a lot of VIP free from your alliance. So that's why I'm not focusing too much on that. But then if you are close to getting the 16, it kind of makes sense to level up, because you want to see what you get when you get to 16. You get the action point recovery, which is very good. Material production, very good. Action point limitation, even better. And this is the best. Healing resource consumption, that helps a lot. So getting to 16, not a bad idea at all. You don't get much extra here, but it's these things. But then in my case, I'm pretty sure naturally with BLN I'll get there. Shritish, how much kills? Not much kills. So this is this alt account of mine, which I rarely play, is not the standard to go by, but I'll show you anyways. So I ended up getting 6.6 million kills here. I think the standard for a low spender, not free to play. Free to play is about 10 million, I would say, and the low spender should be somewhere between 15 and 20, very roughly speaking. But then these numbers would vary based on how actively you play. Alfred, always more than gems comes when I spend all the gems on the wheel. Yeah, you know what, once upon a time it used to coincide with the wheel, I mean the more than gems with wheel, and it just doesn't anymore nowadays. Stompy, finish Guan 5211 or max the new CPO? Max the new CPO. Cav main, so this is my only infantry march. Yes, so Guan 5212 is kind of decent. You can already use Guan from 5111. Now, I mean, if you have the CPO maxed, obviously I would say finish Guan, but the new CPO looks so OP that I would say finish the new CPO and then maybe focus back to your Guan if your cavalry marches are sorted, because you're saying your cavalry main, right? Okay, so more than gems, in summary, for this low spending account, when there are commanders like Nevsky and there are commanders like the new legendary CPO, I don't think I'm going to spend my gems to get 10 gold heads. Now, I just finished KvK. Because of that, I'm not in a urgent rush to get my boosts either. So this one and this one I kind of try to buy from more than gems because they are kind of useful. But then now I finished KvK, I don't need these things for at least a month, maybe 2 if I'm lucky, at least a month. So that's why I'm not doing more than gems. Now I am, you're welcome, man, Stompy. So now I'm going to show you the Golden Kingdom side of things here before we move on to the main account. So let's go on to Golden Kingdom, and I'm just going to do the starting marches because this is not going to be easy here, and this is my way of kind of showing you my marches as well that I was using. Actually, let's do that. How about we do that? So this is my way of, I will do a separate video for this as well, but I'll just show you. And this is where I have the equipment as well. So for the first march, I was using a half-done Charles, and I was using, what's his name? Harold. Yeah, 5551 CPO, new CPO sounds good. Okay, so swordsman. Do I have a royal guard? Oh no, I want to put my royal guard on Guan. Okay, so that was one of my marches. My second march that we used was Guan Alex, and this is where I can use the royal guard because it will do more damage. And then as the third march, we can do our archers. So for a free-to-play low spender, I think Ramses is a very good choice. Nebu is as well. Nebu is probably a better choice, but the problem with Nebu is you kind of have to get him from, I guess, MG, or if you're lucky, you can get him from the, what's it called, Tavern, the Golden Tavern, Legendary Tavern. But then Ramses comes off Will, so it's obviously a little easier to get. So I got him on 5-5. 5-5-5 is probably better. And then I'm using Trajan and Ethelfled, but I like Trajan and Mulan more. But then my Mulan isn't maxed yet on this account, so when the Mulan gets maxed, Trajan is only 5-5. Trajan is not good at 5-5. Trajan is much better at 5-5-5, but he's one of those commanders that I'm kind of questioning myself whether it should be used. He should be used unless he's maxed. I see a big difference between him being maxed and him being half done 5-5 or 5-5-5. So, and I ran out of calves. I don't have enough calves. So that's kind of depressing. So I don't think I'm going to be using Saladin. And Saladin I can use with other troop types, but William kind of needs, I'm pretty sure there's a skill that William has that requires cav only. So, and I haven't used Richard, so I can kind of use Richard and Mulan here. But then you did get to see my kind of last march. Actually, speaking of the last march, what I intend to do is, when the Nevsky gets to 5-5-5, and by next KvK he surely will, then Nevsky William is a better march than Saladin William. So I'll probably move to Nevsky. Saladin is stronger, will last a little longer, but then at the same time Nevsky gives more benefits. Shatish, new alien civilization? I don't know. I mean, maybe alien civilization. Okay, so now that I don't have enough calves for a cav march, I think we talked about going with Richard. Now Richard, I can go with Mulan here, but my Mulan isn't maxed in this account, so I'm probably gonna go with Joan or Mulan? Yeah, Mulan, easier choice. Alright, so for Golden Kingdom, this is how I'm gonna probably line up. But then just confirming, when it came to field fighting, rather than the Richard and Mulan, I had Saladin and William, which I'm trying to switch to Nevsky and William. So I'm just gonna confirm here. I'm not gonna take you through this. This is gonna take a while. Make a siege march. I think I'm gonna struggle over here using the marches that I have. So yeah, but then we're not gonna do that right now. I just want to go through all that I can. Constantine, yes, Mantra, good call. I will go back and I'll take out the Mulan and put the Constantine. My Constantine there is 5-5. That is a very good call. I got him at 5-5, yes. So let's switch and let's have a look at the KvK update side of things on the main account. Or do you guys want to go to the main account last? Let's do the free-to-play account. So far you saw the low spender account, and now you're gonna look at the complete free-to-play account, and this is in KvK 1, part of a jumper project. Now Mantra, I will go back and I'll do the Golden Kingdom there again. Like, I didn't even pass a level, so I can go back and switch. So thank you for that recommendation. Okay, so on this account, not gonna spend too much time, just gonna show you the KvK coming up. So we got 6 days, few hours when KvK starts. That's going to be KvK 1, and in KvK 1 you have all these kingdoms within the continent. It doesn't matter what your power is, so you just match up within your continent, right? Now, how we are going to do this KvK we are going to fight odd versus even. So all the odd kingdoms, such as starting with 77 and 79, 81 and 83, will pair up, and on the other hand we're going to have the even numbers, so 78, 80, 82 and 84. How is this KvK gonna go? I have no idea about the enemies or the opponents, so when we start focusing on this account we'll kind of check it out. I'm farming gems. Oh, very good. You should be farming gems. Gems is very important, especially when you're free to play and you have the time to farm. KvK Tech, very simple method. Any idea? Mate, we did a guide. I mean, it's gonna be hard to show on live stream, but I did a guide. I think it's called How to Get to 6 Marches Very Fast. That's the latest KvK tech that's available. So if you follow that video, it will kind of tell you how to go about it. Alright, so now in this account I am going to check if we have Golden Kingdom even. Do we? Yes, we have, and we got more than gems as well. So more than gems, just confirming again, more than gems for a free-to-play, complete free-to-play player means only one thing. You buy the VIP. You don't buy the VIP, sorry, I take it back. So you go into your shop and you buy the castle books. So if you're completely free to play in a new account, I should rather add, in a new account, then the first thing you're gonna struggle with is your castle books. So when you're trying to upgrade your castle, see those books of Covenant, so you kind of need to buy them. So few things you can consider if you're in a new account is, during more than gems, based on how many gems you have, you should go, not the VIP shop, you go into the normal shop, and maybe buy, if you have the gems, maybe buy, it's under other, right? Yes, maybe buy castle books. That's one of the things mandatory that you need. It's like you're gonna get stuck with your castle. And then you need master's blueprints as well to take your buildings up to 25. So that's the first thing. Once you have done that, then you can consider your VIP level, and you need to try to get to 10, because when you get to 10 you start getting the free gold head 1 a day thing. So that's kind of the order, but for me I'm going to do neither. See that 68,000 gems, that's very hard earned. So in an account where I don't spend as much time, I still try to farm some gems, and that's where I got, and that's all saved for my YSG when the YSG will comes. So I'm kind of not thinking about anything else at all there. Now Golden Kingdom here, and again that's my way of showing the 5 marches that I plan to use here. Solomon, should you push VIP in more than gems? Yes, you should. So I think I kind of mentioned that a little bit just then. So the thing with VIP is, it depends. Like if you're in early game, getting to level 10 is very important, so you should try to get to level 10 VIP. And then I would say more important than that is the castle books and the blueprints. So kind of get them first and then worry about VIP. And when you have VIP 12, then probably don't need to invest in VIP anymore. Then you can get the other boosts like the 50% army capacity and the 10% defense. I mean 10% defense you can buy from the VIP shop, but the 50% army capacity that you can buy from the merchant as well, the merchant in your city that kind of pops up. So guys, in this account, the 5 million power account for KvK1, I did manage to get up to 5 marches with City Hall 12, but then I don't think it's ideal for me to use 5 marches here because the march size will be very small, and rather than having small sized 5 marches, number of troops wise, you rather have, I guess, less number of marches with full troops. VIP 11, okay, then you should, because VIP 12 you start getting, is it 3 gold heads? I forgot. No, I think VIP 12 is 2 and then VIP 14 is 3, but VIP 12 has a boost. So if you're VIP 11 and your castle is max, then yes, you push VIP in more than gems. Okay, so the first match we're going to use here is going to be, the background music is kind of weird. I'm going to just change the music. Oh no, it's not weird. It's a very nice music. It's just cropped up a little bit for me. Okay, so we got Charles and Sun Tzu. Don't pair your Richard and Charles together. It just doesn't make sense. You rather separate your Richard and Charles and make 2 tanky marches. My second march is going to be Richard and John. Yes, that buff that comes from John matters a lot, so it's a good idea to have a John. Now my last march, it's going to be Kira and Kusunuki for now, but as soon as I get the YSG, Kusunuki is going to be replaced by YSG. So I got 2 infantry and then an archer, and then I am going to do this march. I mean, this is a march I'm not gonna use in KvK. This is why I'm saying I'm not gonna have 5 marches, maybe 4. But if I had the troops, this would be my 5th march. But if I do the 5th march, I'm taking out siege, and taking out siege is the kind of weirdest thing you can do, most pointless thing you can do. Just gives you hospital bill. But then for my 4th march or the 3rd march, 1 cavalry. So I have Boudica there now because I don't think my KvK is good, or do I even have KvK? I do have KvK, but it's just level 1, so that's not why I have Boudica. But you do want to have your KvK. So Pelagius and KvK kind of makes a decent cavalry march. So this is completely free to play KvK 1 kind of setup you're looking at. So you got Charles and Sun Tzu, you got Richard and John, you got Kira and not Kusunuki, that's gonna be YSG. I just don't have the YSG wheel yet. And then you can do Ethelflaed and Mulan probably. Now Mulan and John, yes, there are times where their buffs overlap and both of them kind of doesn't work, but how likely is it that they're gonna always cast at the same time, right? So I don't mind using both of them, but then eventually I'll probably get rid of the John and keep the Mulan. When can I get rid of the John? When I have maybe Alex 1, stuff like that. And then Pelagius and CC is good, but then for KvK 1 and maybe even 2, but then the Pelagius needs to be replaced by someone like Saladin or a Nevsky or something eventually. Mantra Alfred. I don't know that you get Charlemagne and Wu Zitan unlocked by your kingdom controlling the Crusader fortress at the end, or do you have 40k honor? Did you know that? I think you can get an unlock as long as your kingdom gets the what's it called, ziggurat at the end, and then you get more heads based on how many things, how many holy sites your kingdom kind of occupies. So you get at least an unlock. Now previously there was no requirement for number of kills when I did KvK 1 first time many years ago, at least 2-3 years ago I think, but then now there could be a kill requirement as well, but it wouldn't be an high one. So the unlock is very easy for KvK 1 and 2, the 2 commanders, but then getting more heads is the tough one. Matilda is good, yes, but then I kind of don't want to use siege at all. So I'm not going through this Golden Kingdom, I'm kind of just showing my marches. Are you migrating your main account to 1365? Jay, thanks. I kind of thought about it. Now the thing is, in a way it would make sense, like if I had my main account in 1365 and my alt account with my friend in 1348. I do have quite a lot of friends in 1348, so I kind of want to have an account there, but then I kind of probably did the wrong move, so I kept the main here. Now in order to do the switch, I need to migrate 2 accounts, like one out of 1365 and one into 1365, so that's gonna be quite costly, and I don't have the passports right now. So I'm kind of thinking, but in terms of the main account, at some stage I think I need to be in a big English speaking KD, just from a YouTube point of view. As in from a playing point of view, I'm extremely happy with 1348, but from a YouTube point of view, like if you're streaming a KvK, you kind of expect a lot of people from that KD to come and watch. I mean, you don't expect a lot of people to watch Golden Kingdom for a small YouTuber, but then KvK Action, you kind of expect a lot from your KD to be supported YouTube-wise. So I do need to have my main account in a big Imperium KD, an English-speaking one. I just haven't thought of exactly when and where. So kind of open to that option. Like 50% of players get unlocked. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess there would be some contribution. That kind of makes sense. Otherwise, everyone kind of gets it, even farm account. So there would be a kill thing there. Alright guys, so half an hour into the stream, we finally logged into the main account. Now main account, everyone's main account, they like to kind of showcase a little bit. They want to play on this account a little bit more because they put more time, energy and money and probably have better stats. I am no different. So let's have a look at the KvK situation first. So we are water camp and we are water camp, right? Yes, we are water camp and we have been fighting the fire camp. Now when you pour water onto fire, the fire kind of just goes down, just like they have over here, as you can see. So we have two KDs here in water and fire had two as well. So 1348 went against one of them and we managed to pass block them within the first 24 hours. So within first 24 hours, that's pass blocked and secured. And on the right hand side, fire camp had the stronger KD. So our second KD 2097 from the camp kind of pushed them in, and we kind of wanted to have a little action as well. So we put a fortress there, but we didn't get too much action there. 2097 kind of took care of that themselves. There's one last fortress there, and I think it says who is free. Oh, who is free? Well, it's burning. So, but then I think it'll be fun if we kind of go in and take part in that action. Would it be? But then last day of Golden Kingdom and KvK Action. KvK Action sounds more interesting. Oh, the lag. Right. Simplified graphics came in, so that probably helps a little bit. So we'll let the screen settle down a little bit. Now this is what happened when we were trying to stream the fighting on day one. So it kind of lags so much, and that's not the stream quality, that's the BlueStacks not being able to handle all the fighting that's taking place. I am playing on a laptop. A PC would probably be better. I just don't have a PC. So that kind of doesn't help with the streaming situation. Now there is quite a lot happening. Now is there, so we are not connected though, so it's not like we can rally that. I mean, I can, but then it'll still be a single rally, and 2097 definitely has their own rally leaders there, so it's not like I can do a lot. And it kind of looks like it's the MGE fighting going on. So today's the last day of MGE, and this is one of the reasons why I kind of didn't fight. Farming or fighting? Hello. So I am farming because, as I was just saying, there's nothing kind of to fight. Hey man, not bad at all. So a little disappointed with how BlueStacks is performing on a laptop, and kind of concerned that I need to buy a PC, and I kind of don't have the money right now to buy a PC, and I play on a tab where I can record, so I'm kind of struggling with live streaming a little bit. So that's the part bothering me. But in terms of the KvK, so as you can see, we locked down our enemies, and when it comes to the little fighting that's taking place now, that's more for the KE. Now I'll tell you why it kind of don't make sense for me to fight during the KE. So the first reason why it kind of doesn't make sense, should you change your name? Hey man, it's up to you. If you want to be called hello, that's fine by me. So this KvK pass opening for the main account. So let's have a look at the Crusader Achievement. Whoa, so we got, within the first 24 hours, we got 15 million kills. And that's just 24 hours. And after the 15 million, I kind of decided not to fight at all. And I'll tell you why. Because there's an MGE going on. Now, if I go in and if I check the MGE, where's MGE? There. So MGE, let's have a look at the choices. So you can have Amanitore, Nebuchadnezzar, Artemisia, and Tomiris. These are the 4 choices, right? So if I fight there, I get some MGE gold heads. Now let's talk about the commanders again. So what were our choices again? We had Artemisia. Doesn't look like I need any heads. Nebu. Doesn't look like I need any more heads. Amanitore. Do not need any more heads. And then it's Tomiris and do not need any more heads. So I can go and fight, and it's not like this fighting impacts KvK at all. This is just taking down a fort and some people fighting for, I guess, MGE gold heads. And if I go into my account, and if you can see, my resources are less than billions. Now you know what that means? That means I don't have enough to fight during not Lost Kingdom, during King's Land. So if that's the case, I rather save my resources and, you know what, farm a lot, because you're gonna need those resources to fight again. And I kind of, because I'm fighting through 3 accounts and then this, I guess, YouTube and all that, everything that kind of takes up time, so I need to choose the battles that I fight. So it has to be something that has some consequence, otherwise I'm gonna run out of speed ups and resources. And that's mainly because I'm not a true whale. I mean, I do spend a little bit, but compared to my whale friends, the real whale friends like Saz in 1556 or say Pororo in 1365, compared to those people, I don't spend at all. Wow, everyone's farming gold already, but well, I need wood a lot. Can't believe I need wood. Denny boy, just checking you have changed your RAM on BlueStacks to make sure this is using all. Denny boy, I don't know how to do that. Just check you have changed your RAM on BlueStacks to make sure it's using all your available. Okay, I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to remember those words, and after the stream ends, I'm going to go and check, like do a Google saying how to make sure your BlueStacks is using all your RAM. There should be some sort of a setting somewhere, right? Yeah, that kind of sounds very logical, so we should definitely do that. Yeah, man, thanks for that. Hello, I do hope that issue kind of sorts out. You know what would be better? If I could stream from the tab. Now if I stream from the tab, then the live would be perfect. Now I tried streaming with the tab, I mean a test one, and it does have a little bit of a lag. Like as in the screen is a little bit laggy and the voice is horrible, like worse than what you can hear now. But then it looks like BlueStacks is struggling even with opening chests now. This is like random. Now when I'm testing by myself, not streaming, it kind of works, so it kind of sounds like it's a RAM type situation. Now, what were we going to do? Oh, more than gems here. Okay, let's talk about more than gems for a medium spender. I'll try to say that this is a medium spender account, right? So not necessarily a high spender. Danny boy, yes, settings cog bottom right, and then you can up CPU RAM. Settings tab. Use game laptop. It is a gaming laptop, Solomon, and like when I'm playing other PC games, it kind of runs smoothly. Not that I'm streaming them, but it does run quite smoothly. It's just BlueStacks where it kind of gets weird. So I think that when the new version kind of comes in for the PC, then it'll be better. Now I think I'm meant to be here. Oh no, 16 hours. So we got time. We don't have to be there today. Actually, guys, you know what? I showed you KvK map update on the left-hand side, our fights only. I didn't show you the right. Now, on the left-hand side, we're very happy, but we're on the right-hand side, we are equally sad. You know why? Because the Earth camp is the enemy camp, and Earth camp has pushed in our allies' wind camp all the way to the pass, and they're pass locked now. So you know what that means? That means it's going to be an even kind of fought KvK, and well, that's kind of fun. You get fighting in the last. It's not like KvK is over altogether. Now I'm just gonna click on settings and then see Danny boy, if you're still there, let me know if there's anything I should be doing here. Enable high frame rate. Okay. Display FPS during gameplay. Oh, I don't know. I enabled everything. High performance. Memory allocation. It just says, I think 4 GB. It says the highest. CPU allocation. High 4 cores. I think that's all it lets me do. Display. Oh no, don't. No. Save. And then I'm gonna go into display and high pixel graphic. Save. Danny, let me know if I'm doing something wrong, because it kind of sounded like you knew what I needed to do. It says restart now. Okay, we'll do the restart later. I'm just going to check the other ones. If there's anything obvious here. Advanced. You know what? I probably have to do this outside stream. There's quite a few settings in BlueStacks that I need to explore, because this kind of does custom and Danny boy, you should be able to custom and up it. Have a predator hellos and it struggles, which makes sense. I would reach out on Discord, but hey man, thanks a lot. Please reach out on Discord, help me kind of fix it. Yes, Adeja, PC version only, some people can use it. I didn't sign up for it, so I can't use it. It's, by the way guys, do you see my Mehmet farming? This is funny. You want to see why my Mehmet is farming? I'll show you in a sec. This is why my Mehmet is farming. Well, it can't load the commander screen even properly now. This is embarrassing. Okay, this is my Mehmet. This is why he is farming, because of his gear. So I forgot to take it off him and put it on my, what's it called, Constance, because I had it on him so that we can do some city rallies. Speaking of rallies, there's a few reports that I can kind of show. This is how the fighting was. Again, I wish I could kind of stream, but you can see how the stream gets funny when we are trying to what's it called, show fighting. It kind of gets very laggy. So we'll start off with the bad reports, which kind of started happening towards the end of the day. Not good trades. Pakal Herald against Zenobia. The problem was it could have traded evenly, but the rally wasn't reinforced properly, and this is when I am on our allies' territory, kind of trying to rally on their behalf, and they kind of didn't reinforce as much as we kind of thought they would. Now the next report is, now this is me joining someone else's report, and we didn't trade that good either, obviously. But then Cav into archers, this rally we should have done a lot better. I'm not too sure why we didn't. Let's have a look at the troop buffs. Is the Cav not high enough? Cav health looks alright. Cav defense looks a little lowish, I would say. And what about the archer side here? Archer attack, archer health. That's a very good Amanitore equipment the person have over there. Tora. Tora is the king over there, by the way. I talked to him a little bit. He's pretty cool to talk to. And then, so it says Richard and John. It's not Richard and John. It had Richard and John for like 2 seconds, and then it was, what's it called? The infantry, Zenobia and YSS. Mishra, do you think RoK is dying? I think RoK got a little too greedy lately, very greedy with every single crystal tech update and every single refinement update. I think regardless how they're putting it out there in terms of its you know, good and new and balanced and all that, it's not. So every single change that has come in for the last year or so is quite heavily free to play, quite unfriendly, free to play unfriendly, let's say. I was going to say it's to push out free to play, but it's very free to play unfriendly. Now they did make it a little bit more affordable, I would say, for the low spenders, but the way it's going, it looks like the game developers kind of wants to think that the game has a shelf life and it's kind of almost there. So it's not like a good thing. I mean, if I'm speaking personally, it's more fun because I'm using a spender account. But then if I'm speaking as a YouTuber, where if there's no place for free to play, then it kind of is a dying game, and making content for that game kind of doesn't work. So in that regard, yeah, like they're making it a lot, because if you think about it, so what's the main thing that Rise of Kingdoms has over all the other games in the similar category? Now, the only thing, and I'm gonna say this is the only thing that differentiates Rise of Kingdoms from every other game, is the open field fighting. Because all the other similar games around Rise of Kingdoms, if you look at it, you send a march, they will fight against a monster, a city or something, and that's called a rally, or you attack something and the march just kind of comes back and you look at the report. Whilst the fighting is taking place, you can recall it as well, but then it's not like what we can do in Rise of Kingdoms, as in free movement on the map. You can drag your marches wherever, you can fight a little bit wherever, and then there's a little bit of a skill involved in that. So Rise of Kingdoms is the only game. Hello, we got a subscriber. I can't read your name, brother. It came up in Thai. But I thank you for subscribing. I'm sure you're from 1348, and it does feel good to have support from your own KD. So yeah, that's where Rise of Kingdoms kind of is. I mean, that's the main feature that differentiates Rise of Kingdoms from all other games, and that was kind of free previously, and now the situation is where unless you have crystal tech, you kind of can't do open field too much. And I did do some fighting with my low spender account, and that wasn't that bad. But I'm gonna make a video. I actually made a video about it that's gonna come out tomorrow. So it's me fighting Saz, me as in my alt account, with $5, $20 spent on crystal tech, I think, or $5, I forgot, whatever the crystal supply costs, versus Saz, who spent somewhere close to $2,000. and the open field fighting is kind of shocking, the difference. So watch out for that video tomorrow, and that'll kind of tell you, as in, if you're free to play, I mean, yeah, you can fight, but it's like a struggle. And they had to put it on the open field fighting, and that's the part I'm not happy about. Anho, hey man, thank you for the sub, good to have you here. So that's where it kind of felt bad, as in, if Rise of Kingdoms, as in Lilith, decided to put the cost on being a rally leader, garrison leader, that's perfect, because bigger spenders naturally would have more commanders, they can rally, they can garrison, and if you spend more, then you're the leader. That kind of makes sense, right? But then open field fighting, there are two things that's killing open field fighting under Crystal Tech, both of them obviously. It's not having commanders or equipment, it's more to do with how some people can take 7 marches and some people can take only 5. That's a huge difference. And the march size, as in call to arms, so when you have a much bigger march, it kind of ruins it. Do you like that, the closed KvK2 migration? Yes, I actually think that's a very, well, this again, very good question. So there's two ways to kind of look at it. If I think about the game balance, as in a higher power player with better equipment, better commanders going into KvK2, that was kind of damaging the game balance a little bit, as in newer players would be deterred from participating because they kind of became a nobody all of a sudden because of the higher power players. So I think that's bad. And even for the players going back, I think I did go back once and I kind of didn't enjoy it, because all of a sudden I'm behind on my commanders, as in the players who stayed in Season of Conquest, they got better commanders, and I wasted some time playing in the KvK2 situation. But then the main reason I think people want to go back is to avoid Crystal Tech. Now, if you look at it from that point of view, closing the migration back to KvK2, it's bad. Like, now you have no choice but to fight within the Crystal Tech situation. So that is a bit depressing in some ways, yes. Sandy, did you see the 7k gems event gives no more gold heads and city skin? You need to buy $10 pack. Yes, that's one other, I mean, so I think like 10 minutes ago we were talking about how Lilith got really money grabbing and greedy over the last few months or maybe like a year, and that's one other thing. It's just sad. I mean, if you think about, like, I kind of don't want to name drop other games, but then if you look at some of the other games that actually I can, because it's a positive thing, right? So Supercell with Clash of Clans, I played Clash of Clans for like 5 years, and I kind of then moved into Rise of Kingdoms because it looks more like, what's it called, Age of Empires, which is the game I kind of love. So that's why I moved. And Supercell, even towards the end, by end I mean like a couple years ago, when the game wasn't growing, it's still there but it wasn't growing, they didn't become as money grabbing. There were few monthly bundle type things that you had to buy, monthly supply type things, and if you have to spend like $10 $20 a month, that's acceptable. But now what they made is, unless you spend like around $100 a month or something, you can't really fight open field. That's the bad thing that we kind of don't like, and that's what Crystal Tech is doing right now. KvK 2 and 3, hello, need more commanders, kind of boring. They only add SOC commanders. Well, it is boring if we try to go back from SOC, but if you're coming through the ranks playing new, so in KvK 1 you get only the gold key commanders to some extent, and 1 or 2 wheel commanders. In KvK 2 you get to experience, I think, what's his name, Edward and Tommy, and you got Constantine, Alex, so there's a little bit of a variety. But then in KvK 3, I don't think, I mean, you get only commander that comes to mind is Wu, the extra one. But yeah, you're right, maybe in KvK 3 there could be like 1 or 2 more commanders. Maybe one could be in KvK 3. It doesn't change the balance too much. No, you got scam, lol. If you look before, this is the same way, the blur photo, huh? Anho 1577. Hey man. Hello, I don't know which one you're talking about, but I don't know, maybe you need to buy it. Clash of Clans is boring after playing RoK, bro. Yes, that's the other thing. As in, like even when I came back, even when I started playing RoK, I thought about going back to Clash of Clans because how much money it costs compared to Clash of Clans. But if I think about, I can buy. I'm like a history fan, so if I can play with, I guess, historical figures and proper medieval army and all of that, rather than that, I don't want to play with a big monster with a blue bowling ball. What I even forgot the names. I did kind of like the witch though, the one and the bat spell. I kind of remember little things here and there. But yeah, this is definitely more interesting. It's just depressing how good the game is and how good the game could have remained for maybe many years if we didn't have crystal tech. I mean, there's just one thing. It's just too imbalanced. And people that were kind of looking forward to having a better crystal tech balance, as the males said, you're going to be shocked. So the crystal tech is, it's if you're free to play, it's worse. It's a little bit better if you're a low spender, but if you're free to play, it's horrible. The new crystal tech, it's much worse than what it was. Clash of Clans has a huge player base. You know why? Because when Clash of Clans started, it remained more free-to-play friendly for a very, very long time. Rise of Kingdoms kind of started free-to-play friendly and stayed like that for like a year, whereas Clash of Clans stayed like that for 5 years. And then they became a little like money stealing maybe, but Lilith is like now money grabbing. It's like robbery. So it's not the same thing, and it's kind of sad that that's the case. Now, what we wanted to do here, we did look at, I also play pub fan. I download RoK. I forgot about PUBG. You know what, I kind of never felt like playing it. I did play League of Legends for a while and I did enjoy playing it. People are a bit too toxic over there though, but the game itself was fun. PUBG, I don't know why, it kind of didn't interest me too much. But speaking of other games, we did do a little channel update video the other day, and then I think we announced a few. So one of the games that we're going to start playing is Age of Empires again. So Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4. So Age of Empires 2 I can live stream. Age of Empires 4 I can probably have videos made for it so that you guys can kind of see and check it out and all. And then there is what's it called, War and Order. So we started playing War and Order. It's kind of like Rise of Kingdoms. It's not the same, there's a little bit of a difference, but it kind of felt a little less money grabbing, to be honest. But then I'm in early game, maybe they will become money grabbing later, but for now I'm kind of liking how the gameplay and graphics and everything looks like. So speaking of War and Order, if you guys are a friend to this channel, then look at our description and download War and Order. Give it a try. I'm not saying you need to play it forever. I'm not saying you need to, spend money there or whatever, but download the game using the link in description. Try it out for a few hours and see whether you kind of like it and want to play it, because we are sponsored by WoW and Orders, and I'm kind of measured by the downloads that you get from that link. So it'll be a massive favor to the channel if you don't mind downloading WoW and Order using that link in the description. And then you can reach out to me on Discord as well on that game if you like. Muslim King, I am KvK, already have William Salah 5511, looking to max Nevsky. Good call. Later will next Cav commander to appear. Yes, that's a very good call, man. King, so if how you're going about it is probably the best way to go if you're KvK. Go to see Mammalia. Hi Ladus. Hey man, how are you going? at kvk 6 with t4 and getting smashed all. Man, yeah, I kind of did fight with t4, a mix of t4 and t5 in the 1365 kvk, and then t5. I mean, the thing is, okay, let me try to answer another question. You know how sometimes people have that question, you know, t4 or t5, as in what's better, which one should you fight with? I mean, my answer to that situation is, if you are fighting with t5, obviously you're going to get better results, but if you're fighting with t5, you need a lot of resource and speed up. So at some stage I went to t4 in that account because I just couldn't handle fighting with what's it called, t5 anymore. So I went to t4, even though I was getting worse trades. I kind of had to, because I just didn't have the resources. Okay, so whatever is happening with my blue stacks is definitely not normal. It's being very depressing. I'm not even looking at KvK now. I'm just trying to play Golden Kingdom, and even then it's being weird. So guys, as I am going through this, actually, you know what, let me bring all the marches up. So these are the marches I was using in this KvK. So these are the marches that kind of gave me the 15 million kills in one day with 6 marches, obviously. Now why can I not reduce that? Yeah, this is sad. BlueStacks kind of died on me. Maybe if I restart BlueStacks it'll help. I definitely should close and I'll reopen. You know what? I'm starting to think I should not be streaming unless I have fixed my BlueStacks, because this is annoying for you guys and even more annoying for me because this is happening. I hate BlueStacks. Alright, let's look at chat and see how it goes. Hello from California. I'm new to your channel. Hey George. Hey man. Welcome to our channel. I was going to say hope you are enjoying what you're seeing, and then I realized you're not seeing kind of anything because my BlueStacks crashed. So George, when it comes to streaming, we are kind of trying to get the setup right, and I think our low budget setup for streaming is not kind of doing well enough, and I need to upgrade the settings a little bit before I can stream good quality. But then our videos are kind of doing alright, as in the quality. I think with the videos I am very happy because I'm doing that from the tab. I got a Samsung, the new tab, and that's very good. Prussian, is that your first stream? Is this? No, it's not. You know what? Previously we did 1 or 2 streams which went better, and then BlueStacks kind of decided to die on us, so this is getting quite annoying. So no, this is not my first stream, but this is one of the first few I want to say. But then there's like new problems that are appearing today that kind of makes me look like more of a noob than I am, even though I am quite a noob in streaming. So we tried to show some KvK action, then BlueStacks kind of got depressing, and then we are doing, what's it called, Golden Kingdom, and it's a little less depressing now. Now in that March I need to reduce this. I need all 3 types. Okay. Now anything else we need to do? I don't like where it is. Maybe like this. Yeah, like this. Yeah, this is alright. Alright. Okay guys. So we're doing Golden Kingdom, and then we're going to do the more than gems thing on this account as well. Okay, it looks like it's running a little bit more smoothly now. So Nadisha, tell us about new 7k gems event. Last time we had 7k tier and 7k tier and $10 tier. So what I hear, I haven't seen that exactly. I mean, the official event isn't out yet, but from what I have seen from pictures and all that, so for the 7k event, you do not get the, without spending money, you don't get the gold heads. So that event has been nerfed a little bit for free to play. So it's kind of telling you that you need to spend the 7k gems, I mean the $10, otherwise you don't get the gold heads. Now that's what I heard. Now the event isn't out already, so we can't really confirm. Now guys, what do you think in this Golden Kingdom situation with the big account? Should we go through pretty easy breezy, or is it gonna be a horrible run where we have to reset at level 16 and try again? Now in terms of the commanders that we have, they're not ideal for Golden Kingdom, but if you think I'm going to change equipment for Golden Kingdom, then you got me wrong. I'm way too lazy to kind of try that. So I'm gonna try with what I got. And even in terms of so all of my commanders have equipment, the ones that I'm using now, and they're decent commanders, but what they're missing is the talent tree. So Pakal is on rally talent tree, and what's his name, Gilgamesh is on rally talent tree, and what's her name, Amani Torre is on garrison talent tree. But again, I mean, maxed commanders, gold equipment, if you have to go and change, that is quite embarrassing, right? Yeah, I'm gonna forget to do the wheel, so I'm just gonna do the wheel. So just before the stream started, I went into Nightbot and I did set up a few things there. It doesn't look like Nightbot is active on the chat. Is Nightbot active? I don't see Nightbot. Why can't I go up? No, it doesn't let me go up. Okay, we'll let it be. We'll check Nightbot after the stream. For now, let's do Golden Kingdom. So healing is obviously good, so we're gonna take the healing. By the way, guys, did you get to see about the new refinement thing? Like, you know how you get special crystals and you get stats boosts. So I saw a few pictures on it, and it doesn't look like it gives you too much of a boost, right? Like, it just boosts your troop stats by like 1 or 2, maybe 5, not by much. Isn't that how it kind of looks? So that doesn't look as bad as missing out on the 7k gems event or crystal tech, right? Manji, where is M? It's 2 a.m. where I am in Sydney now, so she is fast asleep. So the wife and the kids are sleeping in the other room, so I came to the second bedroom, which is my daughter's room. I mean, it's meant to be her study, but she doesn't really study, so I kind of use it like an office in a way. No, while I'm not working right now, but by office I mean YouTube work. Alright, level floor is done. In the background, I can see the Crusader flag burning notification. So our allies are getting burned. So I think I think in terms of the water and wind alliance, we're the stronger KD and we kind of have to carry a bit. But then on the other side, 1621 seems like a strong KD from Earth, so kind of need to fight them and see how that goes. Wouldn't it be great if we get to win this KvK as well, as in we just won the 1348 KvK, 2 back-to-back KvKs? That'll be very nice. And in this one, I'm not gonna miss out on the kills, right? As in I can get all the medallions or whatever it's called you get from holding the ziggurat. Don't forget to heal. I try to save the heal for last and then I forget, and the Disc of Destiny is one of the things that I can often forget. Which KD is my main? It's in 1348, so that's where the main account is, and we are playing on the main account right now. Manji, yes, I will pass on the greetings to M tomorrow in the morning. So she does help me out quite a bit though, so you don't probably see her on YouTube as much because her mom kind of restricts that a little bit, and she says that I'm abusing M in terms of her childhood and getting her to play games with me and all that. But isn't that fun? Like, wouldn't you love if your dad played video games with you all the time? But anyways, I understand how she needs to kind of focus on her studies and all that. So from time to time she helps me out with the doing barbarians farming and all that. But then in terms of her game time, definitely limited. And in terms of her YouTube time, well, I can kind of use her here and there, but then if she's not playing regularly, then just for YouTube she doesn't feel as interested. Am I also in 1307? No, I'm not. I got 3 accounts. So the main spender account is in 1348. The low spender account is in 1365, and the free-to-play account is in a new KD, which is 2581. So these are the 3 KDs that I'm playing in. So I'm just trying to do like a quick run through Golden Kingdom without fighting every single monster, or not monster, every single kind of soldier that comes up, guardian, minion, whatever. So we found the boss pretty early. Now I think this is about time when I need to look at my marches and kind of swap them around a little bit. Man, thank you. We got a new member and it's Mange28. Thank you for becoming a member. Now the first thing with that is you get the badge, you need get the custom emojis, then feel free to show off the custom emojis on the channel if you like. Now the next thing that I'm kind of working towards, and as soon as my streaming setup is done, so the only thing about YouTubing that kind of bothers me right now is the streaming. So I can do the event streaming with no problem, but as soon as I look at KvK, the stream lag is disappointing. So that's taking up my mental and physical energy a lot. So as soon as I get over that, what I kind of intend to do is for the members, I want to publish some of the videos a little bit earlier, maybe a day earlier. I know that doesn't really mean much, but it's kind of nice. And then obviously members can reach out to me on Discord all the time. Hey man, just look at that. So there's a hi from Mange. I don't think we have any other members online at the moment, do we? Jack was here earlier, so maybe Jack can say hi back to you with his members emoji as well. I need to use some of the healing. Ooh, I almost have dead troops. I might as well use all the healings that I have. They're dying. So see, even with like good commanders and everything, unless you're paying attention to whatever's happening, you kind of can lose. And that gets really annoying. Golden Kingdoms, as it is, takes a lot of time. And then if you lose halfway through and you gotta restart, then you're like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. So at the end of it, it's not like you get a lot of rewards, but what you get is not nothing. So you kind of want to finish all the events if you can. Alright, so I used up all the healing. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Now you know what a noob I am. I can't sign into my own chat. It says sign in to chat. Open browser to sign in. Oh my god, I never knew that I need to sign in. So man, I was gonna say hi to you on the chat, but it's saying that I'm not signed in. If I'm not signed in, who is streaming then? Anyways, sorry I couldn't type back hi to you. Next time I'll sign in before. I just don't want to go through the sign in screen on stream. It's a very can't use the word on stream, but that's a very annoying song. So moving on. So have you guys finished your Golden Kingdom? Does it take you guys as long as it's taking me, or do you guys know a quicker, smarter way of finishing it without taking so long? I'm not even reading through all the skills, and this is floor 9, and I'm already not in a very good spot, and I used up so many things. This is bad, right? When Golden Kingdoms becomes challenging. Really should have gone with... So, you know why this is going bad? Because I don't have Constantine. You need Constantine. I got Guan, but I don't have Constantine. Ooh, should have gone for the middle, yeah. And is there anyone else I'm kind of missing? Maybe Richard. Richard's still good to have. Now, should I try to line up smartly? Maybe do the smart thing and put the Pakal on his own. Am I still gonna get deaths? No, I didn't, but the Pakal got very low. Speaking of Pakal, so you know how there's a event called Enemy Elimination that kind of comes in when every pass opens in KvK? So the guy that got the highest kills in that event, I think I got like 6th or 7th or something, but the guy who got the first place, he was on the losing side. He wasn't fighting with all his marches, so all he was doing is city popping, as in coming out of his city with the Pakal Herald, and he got really high crystal tech and very good equipment on his what's it called, Pakal. So just with the Pakal Herald, my Pakal's gonna die here. So just with the Pakal Herald, he managed to rack up all the kills. Line Ethelfled to hit a lot of them. I don't even know whether I have Ethelfled. I don't think I selected Ethelfled. So I just went with my open field marches, and I was being casual, and I thought I am OP for this game mode, but after I started I kind of realized that I'm not OP at all, and I have a half dead march in the back, and that's all I got. So no Ethelfled. So now I was sitting down relaxed. Now I kind of had to sit up because I have to look at what I'm doing, because this is getting sketchy and fast. And this is only floor 10. Now, if I die, if I die before level 20, then I'm not gonna redo it. That's it. And I can kind of feel that that's coming up. What do you guys think? Level 12 maybe, or even before? Probably gonna happen before. Okay, we got the boss. Now, is there anything we need to use on the boss? There's nothing I have to use on the boss. Okay. Here we go. This may be it. You don't have to live through looking at this screen. Mr. George, in the new Desert Conquest level 4 pass at the end never opens. Oh! Hey Vodka, how are you going? So George, that's kind of interesting. So I guess you are kind of safe there all the time. Is that a good thing? I mean, it's a good thing for the more casual players because they don't face a situation where they get zeroed end of KvK. Defeat. Vodka, you're bad luck. So we just had a defeat. Made for a boring ending. Yeah, it is. It is kind of boring, I think. So guys, I gotta reset and restart that, and this time around I'll do properly. But before I do that, I wanted to talk about more than gems. Sorry, I saw a live stream and I fell asleep because in night in Asia. Hey man, thanks for coming in. Yes, I'm in Asia as well, so I'm in Sydney, so Asian time zone. So very late night for me, 2:30. All right, more than gems. So this is where I don't know what I'm about to say because I kind of have to assess it, and maybe you guys can help. Rabbit Gaming, how to find a rogue player in map. We have been looking for him with his farm. He will try to steal MG again. I mean, to find him first time, you just have to manually look like this. But then once you find him, if you want to keep a track of him, maybe you can put an 8-hour rally with one troop. So you know how to do that, right? So you just like a normal rally. So let's say that's the rogue city. You rally and then you put 8 hours, and then you put like a one troop rally from your farm or something, so that all the time you can go in and check in your rally screen. So if you rally that, if you go into in your castle, then the rally thing will be up there, and over here you can see the location of that. All right, Vodka, see you in the next stream, mate. Have a good night's sleep. So more than gems, guys. So I got 130,000 gems here, which is pretty good. But then let's talk about my commanders here, and then looking for him for hours, huh? Yeah, I mean it can be a little hard to find, but there's no other easy way. John Guinea, VIP shop is really good for courier station. For more than gems, it depends on what you're looking for. So actually let's do this together. So if we look at the things you can buy, or the things that I'm gonna buy. So when you're trying to buy this, the advanced army expansion, you get better value from the merchant shop or the courier shop rather than the VIP shop. But then when you're trying to buy this 24-hour advanced defense, you can't get this from the courier shop, so only the VIP shop. So it kind of depends on what item you're buying. So in general though, I would say that the courier shop, the only thing that I buy with gems from the courier shop is advanced army expansion when it's 70% off, and sometimes it is 70% off. That's when I buy. Now guys, I got 107 advanced army expansion, and I got 88 24-hour 10% defense boost. So these are the two things that I would normally buy in the during more than gems. I don't need to buy VIP, it's 18 already. I don't need to buy castle books obviously for a long time. So in terms of buying things, in terms of spending gems, I do want to get the gold heads. I do want to get the gold heads, the 5 and maybe the 8. I know that I need to get the 5 over 2 days. 8 I'm not too sure about, but tell me, what am I meant to buy? King's Road? Hey, what's King's Road? Oh, yes, those ones, the golden ones are King's Road. You know why I got a little confused? Because there's a event, or not an event, there's like a quest called King's Road in the other game that I'm playing, which is called War and Order. So I was like, what? They got more than gems as well? So I got a little confused. By the way, speaking of War and Order, if you're on the channel, if you're a member or a subscriber or a friend to the channel, check our description, download War and Order from that link, play it for a few hours, see if you like it. If you don't like it, obviously you don't have to play, but then check it out, give it a shot. We're being sponsored by them, and I'm kind of measured on how many downloads and plays we get from our link for that game, so give it a shot. So these are King's Road guys, so the golden little road. So this is how much of a low level whale I am. Just look at how many we got. I can even count them, less than 10 I would say. So I kind of had them because unless I have them, I kind of don't look like a whale, but I am not a real whale, so I can't buy them. So I gotta buy things that actually make sense. I mean, battle wise gives me some boosts. So let's go into the shop and see what we can buy. Where's the VIP shop? Where's the shop? I can't find the shop. Going blind. Hey, there's the shop. Okay. So, Alessandro, Saladin Khan is good for rally in KvK 3. No, I mean, no, because in KvK 3 you're going to have Wu in garrison. So in KvK 2, when there's no Wu, you can rally Saladin Khan. That's pretty good. But in KvK 3, you're gonna have Wu. So to rally against Wu, there's only one pair that kind of even works, and that's Charles and Alex. So the only rally that has a chance of succeeding against a Wu in garrison is Charles primary and Alex secondary. And that's given that both rally and garrison are equally reinforced. But if the Wu isn't reinforced, then obviously any rally would work, including Saladin Khan. MG, SOC barbs or marauders for speed ups? So if you are, I mean, it's, so if you do marauders, then you get gems and speed ups, but then if you do SOC barbs, you get equipment as well. So the question kind of is the equipment important to you? So if the equipment is important for you, then you can go for barbs. Now SOC barbs also give you crystals, so you get a decent amount of crystals, not a lot, but if you're not spending a lot, then even whatever you get kind of helps. So I would say if you're a free-to-play or very low spender, then SOC barbs, but if you're spending on crystal tech anyways, then you can maybe go for marauders for the gems. I don't know, maybe SOC barbs is a better choice overall. Rabbit Gaming, yes, you're right. Victor John, hello. Hey man, how are you going? Thanks for dropping by. So guys, people that are watching, if you like what you're seeing, enjoying spending time with us, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free. So VIP shop, we need to spend 7,000, maybe 25,000. Now let's look at our choices. Speed ups, we don't need resources, we don't need equipment. Purple equipment we don't need, but these chests are good. You know what's the safest thing I can do? I can go in and I can just buy that, right? So one, so I'm making this a little bit boring, but if I buy 3 of them, then 3 of them gets me a little bit over 7k, right? All right, So for this account where I can't buy VIP, maybe buying the material makes more sense. Now I do still have over 100,000 gems, so I can probably go for the 8 heads. But then, as I was saying, I'm not a big spender. I only like once every, well, I only spend during KvK on Crystal Tech, that's it. So other than Crystal Tech, it's not like I'm going and buying bundles. So my gems does go down quite a bit from time to time. So I think it's safe for me not to go up to the 8 heads. So 25k gems, I can maybe live without that for now. So tomorrow I'm gonna come in and then I can buy the same thing again, as in, oh, can I? Like, did I buy all of, no, I didn't buy all of them. I'm sure there's more, right? So I bought 3, there's 2 left, so I'm gonna buy 2 more, and then maybe I will buy some of the purple chests, and then I'll be, that's not, this purple chests, and that's my 7k plus 7k. So if you're a medium-ish spender or a fake whale like me, then that's probably a good option. Mishra, how's your view on CPO? CPO is extremely OP, extremely OP. So you know how you have your Guan? So along with your Guan, you need to have him mandatory. So Guan is a mandatory already. Guan is one of the most important infantry commanders, and then behind your Guan, you put the CPO and you're good to go. Tev, should I buy the KvK 10% city skin or the accessory horn and ring? It kind of depends. So let's have a look at the shop. So I think, so say for example, if you didn't have a single legendary skin, I would say just buy Twilight Falls. Twilight Falls in general, I mean, unless you're rallying and stuff for open field, it's kind of still pretty good. Obviously the Zenith skins are better, but if you can't get the Zenith skin, then this is probably a generic better skin than the other 3. So there, if you're thinking about the Divine Abode skin for the resource production, which I'm sure you're not, then the resource production doesn't mean anything. And then cav defense 10% is good, but how many cav marches are you taking out? And is that for rallying with cavs? That's a separate story. So if you're rallying with cav and you need a skin, then yeah, that's good. If you're not rallying with cav, then Twilight Falls is a better skin. And then when it comes to ring and horn, I mean, you need at least one ring and one horn anyways to do the rallies. So I think you can, if you don't have one already, then buy the ring and horn maybe. Mishra, I'm new player, didn't unlock Guan. Will it work with Alex? Yes, so Guan can pair with almost any infantry commander and he's good. So with your Alex, I mean in terms of Guan, the best pair at the moment is actually Alex. Some people say it's Leo, but I like the Alex a little bit more because of the march speed, but it works with Leo very well as well. And then when eventually you have CPO, then CPO will be a very good pair as well, and it's to do with how the CPO will have the extra damage when the target is silenced and Guan does silence. So but then yeah, Alex, I still use Guan and Alex. So Guan and Alex is very good. Tev, all cav marches and rally. Yes, well then you get the cav skin, of course, and then maybe you get the ring and horn. You need at least one ring and one horn. Without that, doing good with a rally is a bit of a challenge. You need good equipment for rallies, right? Alright guys, so we have been streaming for about an hour and a half, and we have been kind of streaming about nothing, and I'm saying nothing because there's no action in the background. We did a little bit of a Golden Kingdom, we talked about more than gems a little bit, we talked about the state of Rise of Kingdoms a little bit, so it's more like a random chat. But if you look at the title, I did promise that it'll be a random chat. I didn't say it's a KvK Action video, so I think we kind of kept our promise. So at this stage, what I would request is, if you liked our interaction with you, then definitely drop a like and subscribe to the channel so that you can see our videos coming up. Tomorrow we're going to have a fun video come out, which is going to be especially good for new players who are going into their first or second KvK. Now this is a new event, it's called Territory Grab. I never seen that before. What does it do? It gives me purple gold heads. I mean, not purple gold heads, purple universal heads. So guys, how much of a joke is this? You're talking about Season of Conquest. As a reward of Season of Conquest, if you put 21-minute speed ups, even that makes more sense than 20 purple heads. Someone in Season of Conquest, what are they meant to do with that? And there's a little icon there, I don't know why, because if I go on start, I finished it. See, it's finished. Are you gonna let me do the next one? No. Then why is there like a red one there? What do you want me to do about this? And it just doesn't go away, it's just there, even though I finished it. That's just sad, and it's annoying. It just stays there. Anyways, moving on from the anger. So guys, we're gonna call it a day soon. So in the next couple of minutes, we're gonna be closing the stream. So if you guys have any questions, this is a good time to ask, or you can kind of save it for the next stream if you prefer to do that way. But for now, let's have a look at the KvK map again, because I know there has been people kind of dropping in and out. So if you just joined, Mishra, love the videos, love the video twice. Hey, don't like the video twice. If you like it twice, I think the like kind of drops off. So make sure at least one like is there, and the subscribe. Now let's have a look at the pass. We still have it. I saw some rallies coming out. So are we getting rallied? So they did launch some rallies. How are they launching rallies? Because we are not connected. Oh, that's not our territory. That's not our, I mean, my kingdom's flag. That's our coalition's flags. So the people here, they're kind of trying to rally our flags. Now this is where the lag starts. As soon as I start looking into action, the lag starts, and the lag is there. I can't even move the screen properly. Okay, well actually this time around it's moving a little bit better. So they're trying to fight here, and they did burn a flag. So this is 2:40 AM and they only got 1/4. This doesn't require me to teleport and help out, because there's a lot of cities from our allies there. So we're gonna let them handle this for now, and tomorrow morning I don't think they're gonna be fighting, because this fighting is all about the MGE-KE. So when that MGE-KE is over, I'm pretty sure these people are gonna port out and then farm safely in their starting zone. But then in case if it's still there in the morning, we'll go check it out. And on the right hand side, we do have El Patron, show your equipment with your commanders. Okay, I will in a sec. And then on the right hand side, we got our allies completely pushed in. So this is the evenly matched KvK, where it will go down to the wire. And I hope I can cover that action in a live stream, as long as I can get my streaming set up better where BlueStack doesn't crash. So commanders and equipment, El Patron. Alright, so this is gonna be El Patron. I think you're a friend of Saz. I think I know you. So what you see on Saz, it's gonna disappoint you, but I'm gonna show you anyways. So we will start off with Mehmet. How about that? This is where I may have equipment that kind of matches Saz, your friend. So I have specialized siege equipment on my Mehmet, so that I can city rally with Mehmet and Freddy. And then the next commander who has equipment is Guan. So there is a little bit of a gold sprinkled in between the purple. So this is not the best equipment out there. And then we have Nebu used to have the equipment, now he doesn't. Okay, this guy over here, XY has some Mehmet for farmer. Mehmet is farming right now, but Mehmet has that equipment because he can rally cities. And now if you count your gatherers after the 5 marches, all of your gatherers are used up. And now that I'm fancy and have 6 marches, Mehmet kind of goes out as the 6th march. Not bad. Hey man, it's pretty bad, El Patron. I mean, you're patronizing me right now. Compared to what you see on your friends, this is bad. Okay, so XY is not that bad. XY is okay. So I got 1 crit there. And then I got Pakal. Pakal has decent equipment as well. Sadly, no crit. So I had like 0 luck with crit. I think I have about 32, maybe 31 gold equipment. Only with 2 crits. I never refined, though they were the natural crits. And then same goes for our friend Gilgamesh over here. So Gilga has 1 crit. Luckily for me though, the crit is on the health equipment. But then again, just 1 crit. And then we got Amani full purple. I mean, purple kind of matches her. Suits her a little bit better, let's just put it that way. And that's it. That's all the commanders I got. Mishra. Can't wait to farm with 7 marches in KvK. I think the people that gets up to 7 marches, they don't farm. They farm resources in a different way. They farm resources from other cities by rallying them. But then I didn't get. I think we rallied 1 city. I got some resources from 1 city, and this is only pass 4, so not too many people go offline of territory here. But then the action kind of happens if you can win KvK and then you invade the enemy zone. Then whatever resources you spend on the KvK, sometimes you can kind of get it back because there are lots of farms that people don't log in and they get off territory. That's how you kind of get the resources back. So yeah, so guys, now that it's 1 hour 43, let's put a time saying last 2 minutes, last couple of questions coming in, and we're gonna call it a day. And reminder again, don't forget to like and subscribe for a growing channel. That's very important. And also, if you are a good friend to Ladus Gaming and you want to help us out, download WoW and order from the link on the description. That definitely helps out a lot. El Patron, better than many players? Well, yes, I mean, it is better than some, but then the people that I talk to, say for example from your KD, we got 4. I talk to 4 from time to time, Godfather from time to time, and says these are the 3 people I talk to. I think I'm making bad friends because they make me feel bad. I should be friends with people that spend similar amounts to me. I'm kind of friends with the wrong wells who embarrass me more than anything. Did one alliance from 1556 migrate out? I don't know, actually. Maybe Patron can answer that. So guys, counting down time and hoping that you download WoW and order from the link in the description to help out the channel. Play it out, try it out for a few hours, see how it plays. If you like it, you can play it along with Rise of Kingdoms. If you don't like it, obviously just delete it. And then when it comes to Rise of Kingdoms, be subscribed to the channel so that you can see all the high quality videos that we bring out to you. I'm saying high quality videos because I'm kind of delivering low quality streams. To hide my shame, I am trying to promote the videos more. What do you think about going to 1412? I don't really know anyone in 1412. I mean, I'm kind of one of those guys that kind of need to know someone in the KD and be close with them and then kind of go, because I did make some bad decisions in going to some bad KDs where I kind of didn't get along with leadership. So if I do move from 1340, I mean, my second account is in 1365. That's never going out unless 1365 kicks me out, because I love playing there. In terms of the main account, I love the KD that I'm playing in, but it's a Thai KD, so I don't get a lot of streaming support or YouTube support from the KD because of the language barrier. So as much as I love playing with the friends that I have here, I think I need to take my main into a English speaking KD. And the few KDs that I've kind of thinking about, one of them actually was 1556 and the other one was 1254. Now the funny thing with 1254 is they have a lot of YouTubers and streamers, so that's why that's probably not a good idea. 1556 has 4, but 4 does more Viet streaming, I think, so that's not a bad idea. So yeah, I want to play with Saz at some stage, so whichever KD Saz goes to, I'll keep in touch with him and consider. And then I have a friend in KD 2000, RD2K, I think they did pretty good in Osiris League, so I am kind of in touch with them, so that is kind of an option that I may consider as well. I see a lot going to 1412. I mean, 1412 had all the big players at one stage, right? But then some of them went out. I don't know whether there's gonna be like a big migration push again, because quite a lot went out, but we'll keep an eye. Hoping the developers don't see you deleting the game. Come to 2277, bro. 2277 is a new KD, right? It's I want to stay within Season of Conquest, so I think 227 is not in Season of Conquest, is it? Probably not. But then yeah, I mean, all options are kind of open. I mean, 2581 is one of the newer KDs where I have a free-to-play account, so but then they're in KvK 1, so when they go, and I get along with the leadership there, so when they get to Season of Conquest, that's kind of an option as well, but you know, we kind of have to think about it. All right, guys, now we are way over the 1.5 hours we thought we were going to be streaming, so thank you for being with us, and I am going to call it a night. It's almost 3 a.m. need to go to sleep, and thank you for the subscribers and members that came through today. So Manju28, thank you for that. Anho, thank you for that. And I have a Thai friend who subscribed, but I can't read out his name, so I'll just see if I can. No, I definitely cannot. And we have Devil Alex who subscribed as well from 1412, so thank you for the subscribe, man. And especially Benji28 for becoming a member today. They speak Arabic and English. Yeah, I mean, 1412 isn't bad. I just don't know anyone there. That's the thing. So is Saz going there? If Saz goes there, then that's definitely an option that I'll consider. Like I got a few Extreme Meech HD. Thank you for the good night, man. So Patron, I want to play with Saz, so that's the simplest way to put it. The next time when I move, I used to play with him before. We were in the same KD in 1584, so wherever he goes, I'll keep in touch and maybe kind of consider it. Or I want to play with my other friend in 2000, so that's, yeah. I need friends, I get lonely, I'm needy, and I need YouTube support. All right, good night, guys. See you all in the next video tomorrow, which is ready, will come out. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification and like so that you can watch it as soon as it comes out. Bye for now.